What up, y'all? In this video, well, first of all, I want to say hi. It's been a little bit, but I want to post a few videos. In this one, excuse me. In this one, I want to talk about, how often men get confused. Often men will get confused by this certain thing, and it's basically that a lot of women, when their mind doesn't follow like a linear like trajectory. I'm gonna try to articulate this, but it's a little bit hard. Their mind and their current emotion is often isolated from the past, right? Like, and this can confuse a lot of men, because like a lot of time women will just act as if their current feeling in the moment is the only thing that ever happened, right? So I'll give you an example. Like, let's say, a woman, you make a plan with a woman, right? And, to hang out the next day, and she's excited or whatever. And then you text her the next day, and she says, sorry, I can't hang out today. I have so much homework. I have so many errands. I have a stomach ache. I'm feeling sick. I need to do all this, right? And then you're like, what? I just made a plan with you, and it's like, it's as if they woke up not feeling good or something like that, and suddenly now they're busy. It's as if it's like a man, or at least me as a man, I would say something like, oh, I said that we could hang out, but then I realized I had a lot of things to do. But a lot of time women, they don't even, it's like it's completely isolated. They just wake up and say, sorry, I can't hang out, I'm busy today, as if they never even made a plan with me, Or the other thing could be like, let's say they're super excited, they're often excited to see you, and then when you see them, they don't act their usual self. They just act very cold, very distant. But then the next time you see them, everything's good. It's as if there's no linear progression. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're nice one time, and then the next time they're like cold. They might be on their period or something. I don't know what it is. But you as a man, you'd never do that, right? The second you like a girl, you're gonna act good every time, right? You're gonna act like you're excited to see them every single time. You're not gonna be acting like you're having a bad day when you see them, right? Another thing that could happen is, for example, women tell you that they like something, right? Let's say that they really like coffee. They tell you that they really like coffee, right? They say they tell you that when their attraction is up, but then when their attraction goes down, all of a sudden you start hearing things in conversation from them that conflicts with things they said in the past. They may be like, you ask them if they like coffee. No, I don't really like coffee. No, I don't know, I don't do those things. Oh, I don't, like, they start saying things that didn't even, it's like things that conflict with things they said in the past, because like, I think a lot of the time a woman's attraction, like, it accounts for like their own opinions, and when their attraction for you is high, their opinions will be your opinions, but then when it's low, their opinions will change. It will turn to the opposite of your opinions. So you're like, what? Wait a second, that don't make sense. You said, that you like X, Y, and Z things, and now all of a sudden, when you're cold, you don't like those things anymore. Like, a lot of time, I'm saying, like, their current moment is literally like their only reality. It's not connected to the past. And a lot of dudes have to understand this, like, that you have to just let that blow over, right? Like, you just have to let that go and not like try to be hella confused about it or whatever. And like I'm saying, a lot of the time they don't even act as if like, maybe they'll say that when you first meet them, they say they have a boyfriend, right? And then like 1 week later, suddenly they're single, as if they never even had a boyfriend. Like, that whole thing was just like not even a thing, right? Or maybe they say that they don't have Instagram, and then 1 week later suddenly they're asking for your Instagram as if nothing happened, you know? So a lot of the time you have to understand, women are like, they're masters of being able to just, I don't know how to explain it, just pop up like nothing happened. Like there's no linear progression to where they got in that current moment. And like, you gotta understand that. And I think a lot of the time they're expecting you to go along with it. Like you're not supposed to call out those logical inconsistencies, right? You're not supposed to say, wait a minute, I thought you said you didn't like coffee. I mean, you could say that as a joke, or you could say, wait a minute, I thought you had a boyfriend. Like you could do that, but women are expecting you not to say anything. They're expecting you to just go along with their new narrative. You know, like, I think a lot of dudes want to be strong, so they want to be like, try to, you know, make the woman more logical. But I think then she's just gonna feel unsafe, right? So if you start calling her out on her inconsistencies and stuff like that, she's just gonna feel unsafe, and then you're just gonna lose her. That's I'm pretty sure what happened, you know. So sometimes you just gotta let that happen, right? Like, and not try to control it. I think women do this because, you know, they're not very good at being direct. So, you know, I don't know if it scares them, if it's because they don't want to cause conflict, I don't know. But women will often jump around, you know, as far as like just doing things that are not, you know, like there's no linear sequence to it. Like it's not a step 1, step 2, step 3. They'll just, maybe one day they're ignoring you, and then they just come back like nothing happened, you know, and they're expecting you to go along with it. Like, they're expecting you to go along with it. You can't have to control it. You can't just be like, yo, how about next time you don't go 2 months without texting me? You know, you can't say that, because then you sound petty, right? And it sucks, but it's just kind of the way it is. And dudes can get really confused, like you know, why was she laughing at my stupidest jokes like yesterday, and now when I tell the best jokes, she doesn't want to laugh? You know, like, dudes get confused, but just let it go. Just let it go, all right, and see what happens, right? You know, I wish more women's fathers would tell them, you know, to teach them how to, you know, stay more consistent in their emotions, or at least to act like they are. But I don't know, apparently it doesn't happen. I don't really know why, but all right, have a good day. Peace. And here's the thing, you know, even if you know, let's say the woman happens to be in a mood that you can't understand, you don't know where it came from, you're expected to react, you know, properly off of that. So let's say like you're talking to a woman, and then, you know, everything is good, and then you see her the next day and she's not in the best mood. It doesn't make any sense. You know, she's being more cold, more distant. It doesn't make any sense to you. But if you don't react accordingly and just like back off and go away or whatever, like, then it's considered your fault. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what women will do. They'll do things that don't make sense, and if you don't notice it, if you don't pick up on their cue, then it's considered your fault, you know? So, like, I don't know, that's the thing. You gotta be looking for things that don't make sense. Look for them to cue things that you wouldn't expect, right? I realize that I talk a lot about, you know, negative things on my channel, like how to deal with, you know, when women don't react well, but I think it's actually really relevant, because these days, like, women are very inconsistent, and they're very just kind of flaky and things like that. So it's almost more relevant these days to know how to react after a woman has shown you a negative sign, then it is relevant to know how to do positive things, like asking the woman out. You know what I'm saying? It's like defense is more important than offense these days, because a lot of the time it's a waiting game. You know, you're not just going to be able to ask a woman out and have her go out first try. A lot of the time they're going to cancel, you know, they're going to be busy, so there's going to be ups and downs, and like when they act negative, you have to know what to do. You know what I'm saying? It's like defense is more important than offense. So yeah, that's why I talk a lot about negative things, like how to deal with negativity.